My research question was what cooling system works the best for soda, and my hypothesis was if the soda was surrounded by ice, then it would be the most rated as the best soda, and the room temperature would be the least, and then the refrigerator would be the basically in the middle. And my hypothesis did stand correct. My materials were 10 soda cans, a notebook, my logbook, a freezer, and 10 participants. So my procedure was step one, get all of your materials, which is Pepsi, ice, so on and so forth. Step two was put your soda cans in the bowl of ice, and then after 5 to 10 minutes, take that out, and then grab another pair of, I guess, one soda and put it in the freezer, which for me was the school freezer. And after 5 to 10 minutes, take those out, and since you already have the room temperature just lying around, then all you have to do is give it to your participants, and then write down their score from 1 out of 100, which then got put into the data graph. In the top right corner, you can see it's the data graph. So the blue one on the data graph means ice, the red one is room temperature, and the yellow one is freezer. So the pattern for the graph was pretty much everyone voted ice as the best, room temperature as the least best, and freezer temperature as kind of in the middle. So the average for the ice one was about 80, and the average for room temperature was 30, and the average for the freezer was 50. So basically the whole time it just made it a pattern, except for one of the subjects. They thought that room temperature was the best, which was the only out of the ordinary part of my data graph. My review of literature was about Dr. John Pemberton, and he was the creator of Coca-Cola and sold his first ever Coca-Cola on May 8th, 1886. The drink was made in his backyard, and it was sold in Jacob's Pharmacy in Atlanta, Georgia. The ingredients for Coca-Cola was a little bit questionable since it involved cocaine, but back then people didn't really know better, so they didn't really think much of it. During the invention of the drink, Coca-Cola was only sold for 5 cents and sold 9 bottles a day, which is a lot different from what it is sold nowadays. So each week they would have a total of 63 bottles of Cokes and made about $31.05 every week off Coke bottles. The inventor's partner, Frank Robinson, suggested the name for the invention. He said the 2 C's would look good in advertising. And the first Coca-Cola advertisement was in the newspaper in the Atlanta Journal. But Coca-Cola wasn't used for its good taste. It was used as a medicine that didn't work at all. But it was supposed to cure headaches, help with fatigue, and a stomach whenever it's upset. But they kind of just, I guess, took that out of the picture because it never really did anything. A lot of people protested about cocaine and Coca-Cola because they thought it was too addictive. So at one point it was getting cut down and finally was gone by 1929. But there are a lot of designs for Coke bottles. Some you see today and some you've never seen before. And almost every country has a variety of other Cokes. Coca-Cola was the most popular in those countries. And apparently every year Americans drank up to 399 bottles of Coke products per year with a whopping 39 grams of sugar and soda. That means the average soda drinker in America drinks up to 4.9 kilograms per year on soda. They have a 42% market share, while Pepsi has a 31% market share. So in every day, there are 1.7 billion servings of Coke served each. Here's the citations page, and if I just do this, these are my other 2 citation pages, so that would make up for 6 citations. As I stated in the data graph, the general pattern for the Coca-Cola project was that ice was always the highest rated. There was only one time where the trend of ice being the highest rated ended. Subject 2 rated ice as 75, which was the lowest temperature for the ice, and freezer than room temperature. The strangest thing to me occurred because, usually everyone liked ice due to it being more cold and refreshing. And the purpose of this project was to figure out which type of soda tastes the best out of ice soda, room temperature, or freezer soda. The data confirmed the hypothesis to be correct. And the hypothesis, as stated before, was that ice would be the most best rated, and it was.